Hello, everyone. It's Thursday, the 7th of February, 2019. I've been telling you about the insurgents and the possibility. There's a couple things I haven't told you. Tonight, I just heard, by the way, in Venezuela, guess who is pushing the Maduro and the socialist government there? None other than our buddies Russia, China, and Iran. And Iran has been infiltrating Venezuela with Hezbollah, the terrorist organization. And you got to wonder, are they infiltrating them in here, across our border? And as I've told you, this group potentially of 2 million insurgents inside our country, are they backed by anybody other than, say, the MS-13? Is MS-13 gang small? Or could it be, like they're doing in Venezuela? A man in Venezuela, a government official, just said that Russia, China, and Iran are using that country as a proxy war against the United States. Socialism hadn't worked there. It's failing horribly, just like it does everywhere. Let's get back home. I told you about what you may have to do to defend yourself. You may have to get your guns. One thing I haven't told you about, your money. Your money. Guys, I know today everybody puts money in the bank and everything's done through these cards. You don't take cash anywhere. What will you do if all of this rioting and terrible stuff happens? First thing that happens, the banks will shut down. What are you going to do for money? Look, guys, banks are not like they used to be, if ever. I don't know if they ever were, but they don't know you now. Your bank is run by $2.98 minimum wage tellers. The banks do everything they can to force you to use the plastic instead of cash, instead of checks. So let me tell you what you better do. There's an old saying in times of strife. If you've got money and you can't literally touch it, then you really don't have it. You don't have it. How many of you today, if the banks panicked and everything went crazy and the bank shut down, how many of you would have a dime? How many? Now, none of us have much money, I understand that. But what money you do have, does it make sense that it's in the bank? When, if things get bad, the bank will close down and you'll be able to get your money out. You just won't. In Greece and in parts of Europe, when things got bad, they shut them down, and then they fixed it where the most anybody could get out of their bank when they did start running was $65 a week. Didn't matter if you had $1 million. All you could take out was $65 a week. The equivalency is $65. Think about that. What are you going to do? Have you thought about it? Well, you keep it in the bank because they're federally insured. Let me take you back in history again to another place in time. Oh, it was America. When the savings and loan crisis hit, people had money in the savings and loans, and they were safe because they had FSLIC, savings and loan insurance, insured you for up to $100,000. Well, when it all collapsed, people were getting back 2 cents on the dollar, that much. 2 cents on the dollar. Do you really believe that the FDIC could guarantee all the money that's in all of the banks in this country if everything goes nuts? Do you really believe that? Nothing happened, by the way, to the FSLIC, which is the same thing as FDIC, except for savings and loans. Nothing happened to them when they couldn't live up to what they'd been advertising. They couldn't. None of them went to jail. If the bank goes down, I assure you, you will not get your money out. So if you're trying to get ready, if you're just trying to be safe, if you're just trying to be prudent, and I'm not talking about an uprising from the 2 million potential insurgents in this country, I'm talking about if a meteor hits, if a fire comes, if a storm comes, if we get iced in, anything that can happen, the stock market crash, anything, the banks will shut down and you'll have nothing. Nothing. So do yourself a favor. If you have to have the bank to pay your bills, if you just have to, then use it. But don't keep all your money in the bank. Because if this country goes nuts, if things collapse, I don't care if you've got $2 million in the bank, you're not going to get it. Do you hear me? Can you hear me? You're not going to get it. You're not. Face it. Say it to yourself. You're not going to get it because you will not. Some of you think, well, I'm safe. I've got several thousands of dollars, but I've got it scattered in different banks. Doesn't matter. When it goes, they'll all go. Most likely. When they all go, you won't get it in many of them. Today, for what they pay you to put your money in the bank, today you're better off putting it in a fruit jar and burying it in the backyard, just keeping your mouth shut about it. You're safer, believe it or not. Can you believe that? You're safer taking your cash, putting it in a jar and burying it in your backyard than you are in the bank. I know a lot of banks would be mad at me for telling you this. I know a lot of banks would raise Cain for me telling you this. But remember, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to tell you to get gold without, with your money instead of cash. I'm telling you, when things get bad, cash will be king, not gold, not silver. Cash will be king. If you got a gold brick and you're trying to buy a loaf of bread, let me tell you what you'll have to do. You'll have to convert that gold brick into cash to buy a loaf of bread. Where are you going to get it? Do yourself a favor, folks. This whole purpose of these programs is to help you. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to help you. Just be ready. The signs are there. I don't think if you look realistically, any of you, look realistically in our country today, at our government today, you have got to see that we're at a near breaking point. Something has got to give. What's it going to be? Something's got to snap. What is it? We can't continue on the way we're going. We can't. Congress is going nowhere. Congress is out to get the president. The president's trying to stand up for us alone. The media is out to get the president. The president's trying to tell the truth about what's going on in the country. They're not going to put it out. He's trying to make life better. Democrats and rhino Republicans and the media are doing everything they can to get the economy back in the shape it's been in. You see, they love it when we're suffering. Because when we're suffering, you know what? We don't count on them. We don't need them. And they can't allow that. So folks, protect yourself. Protect your home. Protect your families. Be ready for whatever's coming. Be ready. Don't be afraid. Face it. Have enough sense to know something's got to happen. Could be good. I just don't see that happening myself, but it could be. Takes a lot of prayer to straighten this country out. A lot. And folks, remember, we can never submit to socialism. We can't. Now, they can disguise it and say, no, it's not really socialism, it's democratic socialism. Folks, it's like being pregnant. I've told you before, you're either pregnant or you're not. You're either socialist or you're not. And when we've got them in our Congress, when we've got them in our government standing up and proclaiming that they're socialists, and we've got them running on platforms based off socialist agendas, folks, we can't let it happen. We have to stand up. We, the American citizen, the person that believes in America, what it's supposed to be, what it's been, we have to stand up. Tonight, I've got to ask you, again, speaking of money, I've got to ask you to help me. I need your help to keep going. And there's much work to do, much work. I know a few thousand of you listen to me, hear me. Maybe some of you are scared. And I know some of you think that I'm the biggest fool, con man that ever walked the face of the earth. Well, you don't have to believe in me anymore. Look with your own eyes. Look with your own eyes and look what's happening. All I'm asking is I have a plan to stop it. Your phone calls are working. They're working better than I even thought they would. Hang on. They're working. Keep making them. Well, there'll be more to do. But tomorrow, and then all next week, you keep making the phone calls. And we're getting their attention. And the next phase will really get their attention. Folks, I need your help. Can you please send something? My PayPal account is nicholslive at AOL.com. Nicholslive at AOL.com. If you've sent before, thank you. Can I ask you to do it again? If you haven't, why? Why? Help me. Help me help us. If you don't have PayPal, go to nicholslive.com, and there you can find other ways to send help. But folks, never concede, never give up, never stop fighting so that we never become a socialist country. Never socialism. Have a good day.